This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. This is just going to be a quick video. These criminals always work overtime on the weekends. This was my healthy cat, Mikey. Mikey is extremely sick. He went from being perfectly healthy yesterday to wanting in my house, lying on my bed here, crying. Mikey. I have very bad lighting in my bedroom. Sorry, guys. I've got like a flashlight here. Mikey, show everybody what they did to you. He's drooling. He's lethargic. He's whimpering. I'm sorry to have to show you this, guys. I don't know what's wrong. I've examined him. The only thing I can think of is that he was hit with a directed energy weapon. Just the way you and I are hit while we're sleeping. He was perfectly fine yesterday, running around. But I didn't see him come to eat this morning. And then he's at my back door, my front door, I should say. And I opened up the front door and he just walked right in and went to lay down on my bed, which is so not like him. Mikey. Mikey's only 6 years old. Mikey was a kitten at my cat colony in Manalapan, New Jersey. And when I was moving, he was dumped there with his brother. So I brought him in, got him neutered with his brother. His brother disappeared. And they harmed his eyes while he was recovering in a carrier pet cage in New Jersey. Every time I'd leave and come back, their eyes would be irritated. I didn't realize people were coming into my house, upsetting my cats. But Mikey doesn't look good. See the way he's breathing? This is exactly the way Rex was breathing. This is exactly the way Rex was breathing. It leads me to believe that he was hit with an energy weapon. And I want to say, guys, that earlier today around 6 o'clock, they started up the sirens in the distance, on and on for about 3-4 minutes, the sirens in the distance. There's no emergency around here. And then around 6:15, all my guineas go to the top of the hill because there's a criminal up there. But this is what they've done to Mikey. They don't like what I'm talking about. They don't like that I'm exposing them. And please, for all those people out there that say that I shouldn't have cats, I've had Mikey for 6 years. I wouldn't give up my cat after 6 years. There are a lot of horrible things that happen to animals out there that don't have as good of a life as my cats do. So please, I don't want to hear that, okay? I love my cats. I love all of my animals. And this is heartbreaking for me. They killed Chicklet, Chunky, Rex, all within 6 months, and now Mikey. And I will tell you for a fact that it's the feral cat cartel that's involved. The feral cat cartel. There's no such thing as a community cat, boys and girls, men and women, friends out there. It's a lie. It's the biggest lie that they've told you about trap, neuter, return. That's another big lie. I'll have a discussion on that another time. But this is Mikey. I want to spend a little bit of time with him and pet him and stuff. But I need to document this. I want everybody to see that he's an otherwise healthy cat. Maybe he's a little overweight. No, he's not a little overweight. But he went from being perfectly healthy to being like this. And I just want to show you. I'm sorry, baby. I just want to document this, honey pie. I'm going to sign off for now. Oh, you know what? I did want to say something else. I was going to record a video about this, but let me just continue. You okay, baby? Huh, baby? Where's my baby? Hi, my honey pie. Hi. Hi. What I wanted to say about some of the videos that I posted recently. One was about my ex-friend, Sue Ann, in New Jersey. She's the certified death investigator who came to my house to view the photos of my house break-in, and then had the audacity to turn to me and ask me who I pissed off. There's more to the story, because the Manalapan Police Department falsified my incident report. I had gone out to dinner with Sue Ann the night that my house was broken into. I first went to my cat colony and fed the cats, and Sue Ann had to get out of work, and then we met. I think we met around 6 or 6:30 p.m. for dinner. And we had dinner for at least an hour and a half. And Sue Ann usually pays by credit card, and she usually asks me for the cash so she can get, the points on her card. So it's not like we just paid cash. So she had a credit card receipt. When you submit that to a store, the store swipes your card and it stamps the date and time. And American Express or Visa or whichever card she utilized would have that information as well. So after I received the incident report from the Manalapan police, they lied on the report. They said that I was only gone for an hour, when I was gone for almost 4 hours. They wanted to discredit the fact that my house could not have been broken into because she was only gone for an hour. Well, you and I both know that a house can be broken into within an hour, but nevertheless, I was gone for almost 4 hours. I left my house, drove to the cat colony, spent time with my cats, fed them, drove back. I remember waiting in the parking lot and then waiting at the restaurant, ordering food, eating, hanging out. Dinner had to have been at least an hour and a half. And I spent probably another hour between driving back and forth and with the cats. I think I might have even run another errand. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I know I was gone for almost 4 hours. Manalapan police falsified the report and said that I was gone for an hour. They wrote the wrong time and refused to change the time that I left and returned, falsifying it. So I called Sue Ann and I asked her if she could call the credit card company or if she saved a copy of the receipt. She said she didn't have it. I knew that was a lie. She saves everything. Very meticulous about her finances, about, all things like that. So when she said she didn't have it, I asked if she could get it, if she can call the credit card company and just get a copy of it. You can usually print these out online, and she refused. Okay, so there you go. So as soon as my former friend, Sue Ann, saw the photos of my house being broken into, the door jamb, the striation marks, the telltale sign of a tool that is utilized only by certain people with the imprint on the door frame, she had the audacity to accuse me. Who did you piss off? And so what if I piss it? So what if I piss somebody off? I'm sure she's pissed off a few people. I'm sure a lot of people piss off people, right? Who did you piss off? So that goes to validate the fact that you can get on this list just for pissing somebody off, right? But the fact that she would not give me a copy of the receipt to disprove what the police wrote in the report just tells me that she's part of the problem. So she went from being a friend to being a gang stalker, right? Now somebody else, I'm going to tell you that when Tina Booth broke into my house, you know, Tina Booth from the Monmouth PESS, that the Lieutenant Thomas Mantle called to my house. So he had the audacity to say that he was going to drop off a property loss statement, one that I've never been given to previously. What's the matter, baby? What's the matter, baby? You okay? He seems very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. So, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. So I had an alleged TI friend on the phone named Connie Robinson from Connecticut. She was recording. I failed to mention that to you guys. She was recording everything on a digital recorder. She recorded the entire interaction of Tina Booth breaking in, harassing me, who wouldn't leave. She was yelling at them. My mother's on the other telephone line. And weeks go by, and Connie is claiming she does not know how to get the recording off her digital recorder. So I sent her instructions. I also told her that my friend could come over and get the recording. He travels back and forth through Connecticut. She doesn't call me back, gets angry with me. I wait a month, call again, gives me a song and a dance. And then, of course, I'm getting ready to move. So this is back in December of 2018, and I move in May of 2019. I call her like weeks before I'm going to move, maybe a month. I tell her, I'm moving. I would really like a copy of the recording. Well, she went ballistic on me. Don't ever call me again. I should have never did the recording. On and on and on and on. And I said, listen, Connie, I'm not harassing you. You recorded something that is really important. And you kept the recording and you refused to give it to me. I said, this is a very serious matter. I've given you a lot of opportunities to help you download the recording. A friend even offered to go there and help copy it off of your recorder. So this is what I'm going to tell you folks out there. Beware who your targeted friends are. And you know what? She might not be targeted. And this is why I believe so. Now, most of the time, whistleblowers out there, they blow the whistle on a company and they leave. They're either fired or resign. So this woman, I don't know if she got fired or resigned, but she ends up getting hired back to work from home. Do you know? And she sues them. She sues them, gets some money, and then goes back to work for them, claiming that they're radiating her in the boardroom, under the table, over the table. I don't know about you guys, but the real targeted folks out there, would you go back to work for a company that you knew was deliberately hitting you with directed energy weapons and radiation? That's a question for those targeted people out there. If you knew that you were getting hidden with directed energy weapons from an employer and you sued them and won, would you go back and work for them? And why would they have even offered her a job? Isn't that confusing? But that's all an aside. the fact remains that I called her in my time of need, and she pulled out her digital recorder, recorded everything that was going on with the police officer, with Tina, with her asking me questions. She was yelling at them. I had her on the speakerphone. So my mother was listening to this also. And then Connie Robinson in Connecticut kept the recording and never gave it to me. You think she's a perpetrator? Do you think she's a real targeted person? Do you think she's an agent provocateur? Or do you think she was just a sellout? Think she was paid off by the Manalapan Police Department? I don't know. Inquiring minds like to know. I'd love your feedback. It's such a charged issue for me that I would like your feedback and your perspective. And if that had happened to you, if you had an alleged targeted friend record something on your behalf that was so critically important like that, with the interactions with the police, kidnapping you from your home, breaking in without a warrant, and somebody recorded that, digitally recorded it, and refused to give it to you, what would you do? How would you respond? What would you think of that individual? So I wanted to give you that update. Those two very important pieces of the puzzle. That when my house was broken into, and I showed the photos of the house being broken into to my ex-friend, Sue-Ann, certified death investigator, volunteer firefighter, father, retired police officer, brother, ex-military. She turned to me and asked me who I pissed off. But when Lieutenant Thomas Mantle of the Manalapan Police Department falsified the incident report, he falsified the facts of when I left my house and when I returned. Falsified it. Refused to change the time on it. He made it appear as if I was only gone for an hour when I was gone for almost 4. Which is why my house was trashed when I came home. Closets had been gone through. Personal belongings stolen. Oh, do you want to know what was stolen from my closet in a spare room? A folder of photos of all my antiques for my insurance company. They stole it. So that when these criminals vandalized all my antique furniture, they stole all the original photos. That's right. I guarantee it was the Manalapan Police Department supervising it all. But yes, so that was stolen. That night that I went out with my friend Sue-Ann for dinner, and the Manalapan Police Department falsified the time that I had left and returned. And Connie Robinson in Connecticut, an alleged targeted person, digitally recorded it and refused to give me the recording. Then my former friend Sue-Ann, certified death investigator, refused to call the credit card company and get a copy of the receipt. I guarantee she didn't even need to call. I'm sure she had a copy at her home. But she didn't want to give me a copy to prove what time we checked out of the restaurant. So again, folks, beware of who your friends are. And even the friends who you think are your friends, when they find out, if they're in the know, like Sue-Ann was obviously in the know. Most of my friends that I tell about this program, they're totally in disbelief. Now, they know me a long time. Like, I have friends a long time. Like 30 years. So they know me. They know that I wouldn't lie about something like this. They have seen some of the evidence. They know the way I'm with my cat, with my house and my belongings. So when I show them photos of what happens to my things, they believe that it happened. They don't know how it happens because it's technology. But more and more people are waking up about the hit list, about the lists. And Mikey just turned around. Hey, baby. He's not feeling good. He's just not feeling good, everybody. It's okay, baby. I'm going to turn off the light. I want a video of you. I want to see what you're looking like. And I'm going to turn this off now. So that's the update, folks. And the reason I didn't post a video yesterday, I intended to. I was so tired because I'd only had a couple of hours sleep the night before. I was actually supposed to have another chat with Viral Serb. But I had to reschedule it again because, well, I was exhausted, just really tired. And there's a 7-hour time difference. Like, it's 7 hours later for him. But it's 1:30 in the afternoon here, and I really can't take time off at that time of the day. Especially on a sunny day when we have had so much snow and rain, and I needed to get some stuff done. And I knew that it was going to be at least a 2-hour phone call. So I'm going to we'll have to reschedule. The middle of the day thing like that, for me, it's too much. I just can't do it. I'm going to have to refrain from chats and interviews with people unless they're later in the day. I have to be able to get my animals in to sleep and in the coops and stuff, and then, have those chats and stuff then. But Mikey is here. He's sitting on my bed here. I'm very upset. This is just... Mikey is the cat that he got out of the house when I was moving. And 9 months later, I had to get him trapped. I had to get a rescue person, a local rescue person, to find him and trap him. Bring him to my vet. And then schedule a pet service, a pet transportation service to bring him and Chicklet back to me. But this is what they're doing to him. He's 6 years old. He's a beautiful, sweet cat. And last year they killed his best friend, Jesse. But anyway, folks, I know this is dark. It's not a good picture, not anything fun for you to look at. But I hope everybody is doing well. Otherwise, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. I know you all have your own issues that you're dealing with, and this is, very disturbing. But I wanted to give you that update on the targeted person, the alleged targeted person who worked for the FDA, whistleblower, sues them, wins the case, and then goes back to work for them, and then takes a digital recording and never gives it back, never gives it to me. And then, and also she disappears from the targeting community. Totally disappeared. Very perp-like behavior. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I do have another video that I want to compile for you guys. I was going to do it last night, and these criminals put me to sleep with radio frequencies. It must be easier when I'm tired. But this is what I noticed, and then I'm going to sign off. I noticed that my tinnitus, they deliberately increase the intensity where it's louder and perhaps a different frequency when I'm going in to the house after I've taken care of the animals and eating dinner. It's like they want to put me to sleep with the frequencies when I'm at rest. Anyway, if that happens to you, please leave a comment down below. Please hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And please say a prayer for Mikey, hoping that, you know, whatever he's experiencing here is temporary, maybe. And that maybe if he rests, that whatever it is that they did, I think that they hit him with a directed energy weapon. I don't see any bruises on his body. His fur is soft and clean. His ears are clean. He does need a little nail trim here. He needs a little manicure. But he is extremely lethargic. He was whimpering. And he's not feeling well. And this is what was happening with Rex. And they hit him with some energy weapon. I'm absolutely certain.